Hello, this is Pastor T right here, coming your way once again with questions young adults ask. If this is your first time watching us, thank you so much for being on this site. Thank you so much for watching us. I want you to consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video. And if you love it, just share this video with somebody so that it will be a blessing to them. I did a previous video where I was talking about when you are dating, some of the things you should not do. And I promised that I was going to make a video and talk about when you are dating, some of the things I think you should focus on and do. So today, that is what I plan to talk about. So the first thing you should focus on doing when you are dating is to grow together spiritually. Yes, focus on building your spiritual lives together. Life is spiritual. There are things that you do not see that plan to attack you. There are forces and demons around you that you do not see that plan to humiliate you, that plan to bring you shame and reproach. One of the good things you can do together is to grow together spiritually. What do I mean by that? It means when you get together, what did you do for your quiet time? Share your quiet time. Or what did you also do for your quiet time? Share your quiet time. You can go to church together. You can serve in church together. One person can be taking care of the Sunday school. Another person can be preaching. Another person can be helping with the tech team. You can be in the same cell group. You can be in the same small group. If you are not in the same cell group, you are both in cell groups. But fill your days with spiritual activities that you do together. Try to involve yourself so that you both grow knowing God more every day. So instead of allowing the other person to just focus on their spiritual life alone, plan to do it together. Bible says that two are better than one. They will receive a better reward for their labor. If you are spiritually strong and your spouse to be is also spiritually strong, and because you are accountable to each other, it will be very difficult for the enemy, it will be very difficult for the devil to be able to find a gap to be able to come through and destroy. Because one person isn't growing and the other person is not. You are growing together. The second thing you can also do is to grow your friendship. You see, what many people don't realize is that, you see, many people when they are dating, they focus on the sex. But you see, the truth of the matter is that sex is probably about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes max of 24 hours a day. I mean, really, truthfully speaking, you need to be finding something to do in the next 23 hours, right? So, grow your friendship together. Focus on growing relationally. How do you do that? Have conversations. This is how friends grow. One day, Jesus said, I no more call you servants. Now I call you friends, because everything the Father has told me, I have made it known unto you. In other words, there are no secrets. In other words, everything I know, I have shared it with you. That's a friend. You should both be able to share jokes and laugh, be authentic, be real to each other, be able to share your past, be able to share your present, be able to share your future goals, be able to share things about you. Just Google 101 conversation starters by Gary Chapman. 101 conversation starters. And you'll be surprised. You just start that and then you already have a conversation. You are getting to know more about each other. The third thing you can do together is grow financially together. I think one of the greatest blessings anybody can ever have is to marry early, because you get to build a financial life together early. And because two are better than one, they will receive a better reward for their labor. I mean, if the two of you, let's say that you've both finished your undergrad, let's say you are both making $70,000 a year. You are both making that because you've both finished school. All of a sudden, because you are married or you're about to get married, there's $140,000 coming in. That is how you are able to build wealth early. The people who are able to build wealth, they start early. You see, so this advice that wait till when you are 29 and 30. You see, what happens is that the man goes 5-6 years and is building wealth alone. I'm telling you, if there's one secret I have learned, the more you build wealth together, the faster you go. So you'll be surprised that because I started at 24, I'm 5 years ahead, and the 5 years is a very big gap. 5 years is so huge a gap. Try a compound interest and see how much 5 years can make a difference. Grow your financial life together. What do I mean by that? Number one, a university does not teach you about money. They don't. High school will not teach you about money. The only way to learn about money is to make an intentional effort to learn about money. Now, unfortunately, because people come from different backgrounds, what happens is that people have different understanding of money. Some people don't think you should work for money. Some people have different thoughts. Some people think if you have a lot of money, you are a bad person. So decide to grow financially together. What do I mean by that? Study about money together. If there's anything, I will recommend the Financial Peace University. Look for it online. It's called Financial Peace University. I think it's by Dave Ramsey. You can learn a lot about money the Christian way and learn about money early. There is so much to learn about taxes. There is so much to learn about expenses. There is so much to learn about savings. There is so much to learn about tithing. There is so much to learn about investments. There is so much to learn which school does not teach you. You can use your dating time to learn a lot about money together. I plan to also put together a course one of these days which will show you all these things that I mentioned. And what you do is that you watch it together and then you discuss, how are we going to take care of this? How are we going to take care of that? How are we going to put together an investment plan? How are we going to put together a 401k plan? How are we going to put together a college savings plan? How are we going to put, and the earlier you start, yes, how are we going to put together a real estate plan? How are we going to get our first house together? Together always makes the difference instead of one. Two are better than one. They will receive a better reward for their labor. The fourth thing is to know each other's value system. Yeah, use the time to know each other's value system. In fact, there is this book I would recommend. It says 101 Questions You Will Ask Before You Get Engaged by Norman Wright. Wonderful book. One of the topmost books you will ever read, especially about preparing you for marriage. So that instead of focusing on sex, you rather focus on making sure you have the same value systems. Make sure you have the same value systems about eternity. Make sure you have the same value systems about people. Make sure you have the same value systems on how you raise your children. Make sure you have the same value systems about money. Make sure you have the same value systems about the professional life. Don't go and marry somebody who you will later discover doesn't like to work. Don't go and marry somebody who you later discover is going to treat you as somebody who is not important. All these things, you can find them out before. It is at this stage you will see the warning signs. When you decide to go into each other's value system, you will see that the person doesn't see you as an equal. How should we raise their children? Should they be punished or they should not be punished? Should they be so many things? So try and find that book, 101 Questions You Should Ask Before You Get Engaged. It helps you to see the future you both have ahead. 101 questions is a very long set of questions, right? So you can do that. Learn each other's value system. Yeah, because if you have different values, your marriage you will divorce eventually. If you have different value systems, you will divorce. But if you have similar value systems, you will be able to go for the long haul. You need to know whether if the person believes that if I make a mistake, they can leave, or it is really till death do us part. There are questions which will help. The warning signs, the red stop signs, this is where it comes to. The last thing you can do is to set boundaries. Do set boundaries. So try to set boundaries. Okay, by 9 p.m. I should be at home. Yes, I am not going to stay in your house till 10 p.m. Try to set boundaries. One good thing you can do is to set boundaries. I recommend a book called The 52 Uncommon Dates by Randy Southern. It gives you so many. Every week you can have a date without many times you don't need to spend money. And then do set boundaries, especially with when it comes to display of affection. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to consider subscribing. Why don't you share it with somebody or leave a comment? Is there anything you think I forgot? Like this video so that it can go up on YouTube for people to see. Share it with a friend so that they can learn something from this. And then whatever, try to subscribe so that I can bring more videos. Next week, I'm talking to married couples. I'm going to teach them one thing I think you can do to change your marriage from that day you watch this video. God bless you.